This week on the Spotlight, you never know what you're going to see, but it might be Robin Ventura talking about his excellent managing. And then you'll see Carson Fulmer. He's called up to the major leagues now. Good luck to him. And then we flash back to Carlton Fisk, one of the greatest White Sox players of all time. And then we flash back, and another guy who was pretty good for a short span, Mr. Bo Jackson. Yes. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. Welcome to the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. Let's talk trivia. I'm back to Sheffield's. Hallelujah. Wednesday, August 10th at 7:30 p.m. in Dyer. Come check it out. They have great food, great drink, great people. I've been talking to them lately, and we're back. I'll see you over there. Family Dentist. Lawrence Ferlin. He is the dentist. 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, and more. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to Snappers Seafood and Chicken. New to Chicagoland from Florida. Tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, Philly steak, grilled food, and much more at 115th and Western. See you at Snappers. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Welcome to another edition of the Spotlight. Carson Fulmer, a major draft pick for the Chicago White Sox, is up in uniform in 2016. He's ready to see some action. And the funny thing about it was they're trying to copy the Chris Sale model, where this premier starter ends up getting some relief work first. You're about 100 games into the season, and your work is cut out for you with some teams to pass to get into the playoffs. What is the mood of this team, and how confident are you?
I mean, this clubhouse is special. You have a bunch of mature guys, and you have guys that are willing to help us young players who have come into the organization bond. And, you know, me coming in and keeping my head down and really just, you know, doing, you know, or just following guys that have been in this clubhouse for such a long time, it's definitely beneficial, and it's made me feel comfortable. But the mood's great, you know. I mean, we're right where we want to be right now. You know, we're down some games, but like you said, there's a lot of baseball left, and you know, I feel like the mood in the clubhouse and the guys are moving in the right direction, and you know, we definitely are building on some momentum now, and we'll definitely make a push. We definitely will, and like I said, I'm just happy to be a part of an organization like this.
In the past, some of the younger pitchers were forced to carry like an equipment bag that had seeds and stuff in it, and it was kind of maybe had a childish kind of look to it. Are you involved with that?
Yeah, they actually treated me pretty nice. It's a kind of a black and red bag instead of, you know, your typical princess bag or whatever. But I actually, I'm lucky when it comes to that. But like I said, yeah, it's, you know, my job as a rookie is to learn as much as I can and keep my head down and just be there to help anybody who needs help. And I feel like that's the position I am in. And like I said, the older guys have helped me a lot.
I got to think, though, that as it plays out, your more likely scenario would be to come in maybe like in a fifth, sixth inning situation, be more the middleman, the bridge. Is that what you think how it'll play out mostly?
Like I said, I as a player don't ask questions. I show up to the ballpark and I'm asked to do a job, and it's to be ready to be ready to pitch and help us win. Roles and whatnot, like I said, I don't ask too many questions, but regardless of what it is, starting, relieving, middle relieving, anything they need is to help us win is what I'm going to be ready for. And like I said, it's definitely an opportunity I don't take for granted, and I'll definitely be ready when my name's called.
Eighth inning, bases loaded, one out. You wouldn't mind a call?
Absolutely not. It's as players, especially in this locker room, we prepare ourselves for those situations, and we're always ready to go. So the more the pressure, the better it seems. But it's what you sign up for, and it's the challenge that you guys face each and every day you play the game of baseball.
I got to say, when I first met you, you struck me as somebody who seemed to be able to manage the emotion of the game. This is not new to you. This is just at a different step-up level then.
Yeah, it is. Baseball is a humbling game, and it's going to teach you a lot of lessons. As a young player, facing failures at this level, you find yourself questioning yourself, but you can't. Like I said, as a reliever, you're out there the next day, and you're going to have an opportunity to impact the next day and the next team that you face. It's you got to get rid of it quick. And if I want to play this game for a long time, I have to have a quick recovery memory, and I have to, wash it away quick and be there for my teammates. And I feel like that's the biggest part, and especially if we want to move in the direction of trying to win, what we want to see.
To wrap up, is there like one or two guys that you're seeing in this clubhouse that you've had a lot of minor league experience with, or know a little bit better than the rest of the guys, and how do you interact?
Omar Narvaez, he was a catcher in Birmingham. I was able to have the opportunity to throw to him quite a bit. So obviously on and off the field, we were able to spend some time together. And, Tim Anderson, I haven't been able to play with him very much, but, we're relatively the same age, and in spring training we kind of, got to spend a little bit of time together and related that way. So, but it's everybody in the clubhouse. It doesn't matter if I play with them or not. They've been very helpful and very encouraging, and from that aspect, I really appreciate everybody in this clubhouse, top to bottom.
Well, we'll be looking for you in a key situation. It doesn't always have to be a strikeout. A ground ball's fine too.
Absolutely, yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
Good luck.
You got it. Thank you.
Thanks. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back in the spotlight, and Robin Ventura is still on the job, at least for 2 more months. The White Sox are in the sales mode. That means they don't believe they're contending. So that means that Robin will be having to play some youngsters. We'll see how that goes. His enthusiasm will have to be low. But was it ever high? They've played over 100 games, and Robin talks about his interest in managing. Is it still there? Does he still want to do it into next year?
We've been up and down. I mean, that's, it hasn't been real consistent. We've either been hot, cold, we've been in between. Now we're finding ways to win. I think, they continue to show up and fight hard and be prepared. All that stuff that goes with it, you like to see. They just become a resilient group.
What's Rodon's next step?
He's going to throw again in a couple days, but he said everything was fine the last time he threw. So it's heading in the right direction. There hasn't been any steps back.
Robin, 3 or 4 days in a row with these uniforms, a winning streak thing, or?
Yeah, I think so. It was in my locker.
Robin, what's your view on how Alvarez has been the last week? I think yesterday was the 4th time in 5 days counting that.
Yeah,
start.
well, that's part of where we've been, and guys have been used quite a bit. And I think last night, probably in the ninth there, ran out of gas. But I'm proud of him for going out there and wanting the ball and doing what he did. But today definitely a day off for him.
How's Laurie? Brett Laurie?
He's still he's not starting, but he's at that point where if we need him, if we need either a pinch hit or a guy to go in and do something, he can do it. But I think another day would help him.
Robertson ready today?
Robertson would be ready today.
Robin was asked about 100-mile-plus pitches.
Back then, not too many guys were doing that. I think you got up to a Dibble and Rocker, guys like that. But now it seems like there's quite a few guys that get up there around 100. And I know there's more guys now than ever that throw 98 and above. But once it's up there at 100, it's impressive, but it's very difficult to hit. It's like you're almost guessing if you're swinging before he throws it.
Another follow-up question about high-speed relief pitching and how it affects top-of-the-order guys if it's coming in 98 with movement.
Well, everybody, it always jumps on you a little bit different. There's guys that used to throw hard, but it didn't have the zip that another guy would have. Just how fluid they look. Even Mariano Rivera, the first time he threw it, just looked like he was lobbing it up there, and it looked like he was throwing saw blades. It cut. It was hard. It was hard to pick up, and everybody has their own little bit of deception. And I think when you have deception with velocity, it's even worse for a hitter.
Robin, you say you want to keep everything in there, what goes on in there. When players don't get frustrated, does that disappoint you, or do you kind of expect that?
It just happens. I think that's just part of going through a season. It'll happen, but it doesn't mean I can't do it.
Well, it doesn't mean that you can't do anything, but there's been some problems with your...
Robin, the Shields, he's had a pretty good stretch here, about 6-7 starts. Is it just more about being comfortable now after maybe punching back that expectation on stuff?
Well, I know this is what he expected, is what we expected. Those first couple starts, I don't think anybody would see that coming. They were tough. They were tough on him, and he's bounced back. I think he's in a great spot right now, and he's been pitching great for us.
Somebody asked about the Cubs catcher Ross, who was a teammate of Robin Ventura many years ago. So,
he was just a good kid. He was a great teammate right out of the gate, even being a young guy. And it sounds weird. He was kind of old as a young guy, just in being able to deal with people and being a teammate and understanding the game. He just seemed like he understood a lot of things. But just a great teammate. I'm proud of him for the career that he's carved out and that he's done. Even though I don't want him to win tonight or do anything good, I still like him, but I don't want him to get any hits tonight.
I asked Robin about continuing as a manager. Something that you want to do for more years?
Sure.
How many?
I don't know. We're going to take it through this year. I don't know.
Thanks.
We'll get through this one.
Thank you, Robin.
Yep.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Sheffield's. My trivia game returns Wednesday, August 10th at 7:30 p.m. Get to Dyer, Indiana, right there in that area between Calumet Avenue and US 30. You know Sheffield's. Anyway, get over there. Great food, great drink, great people, and my game.
We're back on the spotlight, and Pat and I have really appreciated covering the career of Carlton Fisk over the years. From his near MVP year in 1983 to his farewell last week at Comiskey Park. We'll try to stay positive despite the poor handling of the dismissal and show you some vintage Fisk moments while our TV show has been on the air, starting with Pudge and his 2000th hit from August of 1989.
I'm not in a position to think about history yet. I got to go up to the weight room, work out tonight, and play a game tomorrow. So when it's all over, then we'll worry about
What does 2000
perspective.
mean to you? Carlton, what does 2000 mean to you?
It means a lot of. If I get 2,000 hit, that means I made a lot of outs too. You know that. How many outs is that? That's about 5,000 outs, I think, too.
In 1990, the Sox bullpen, led by Bobby Thigpen, got off to a red-hot start, and Fisk, the deep thinker, tried to put it into perspective.
What makes them fun to catch is them knowing what they have to do when they go out there. You know, all they have to do is play within their role and do what's expected of them, and no more or no less. And then we've got somebody else to do what theirs is expected of them. So the burden of the game is not just on one pitcher, one player, and of course the burden of the pitching staff's on me. But no,
You've lived with that for a long time.
well, that's true. But it's been fun.
Just a few weeks after breaking Johnny Bench's all-time record for homers by a catcher, and Harold Baines' record for homers in a White Sox uniform, and also notching his 1,200th RBI, Fisk was called upon to recount fond memories on the final day at Old Comiskey Park.
Playing with the guys, you know, watching Ozzie play, watching Tom Seaver and Lamar Hoyt and Richard Dawson pitch, and watching Thiggy do his thing, and watching Graybick and Ozzie go back-to-back against the greatest pitcher that ever lived, a guy that I never can get a hit on. You know, Nolan Ryan, two smallest guys in the league, go back-to-back homers off him. Unbelievable. And watch Harold play here. I mean, you can just go on and on and on.
And in 1992, the oldest player ever to get an All-Star game hit and the owner of 214 White Sox home runs was released.
Thank you, Lord.
For the Benkowski Sports Spotlight, long live Carlton Fisk. I'm Linda Martin.
Fisk is now an ambassador for the White Sox, and I had a great talk with him at Sox Fest. You've got to get to Jack's, 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. My game show at Oliver's gets better and better. At 6100 West 159th Street in Oak Forest. Live trivia, alternate Thursdays at 7 p.m. Have great food, great drink, and great trivia at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at Watt 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak, chicken dishes, you name it. It's all there at 46th and Halsted. Great stuff at Del Sur Mexican restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
There is no I or me on this club. It's a team effort. Just ask Bo.
I don't talk about myself. If I'm going to compliment somebody, I'll compliment the team and say that up until tonight, we haven't been playing good baseball. And I hope this is the start of something big.
In the midst of this jubilation, one had to wonder if many of these children would follow in their dad's footsteps. Well, 1-year-old Sterling Thomas is certainly musically inclined. 2-year-old Osnay Guillen is going to be a big-time baseball agent. Just ask his father. And could Will Rona be the next Terry Carey?
1, 2, 3, that's the whole ball game.
And the newest addition to this club is catcher Mike LaValliere, the best spanky in a White Sox uniform since Mike Squires. Being a Red Sox fan, how much of a Fisk fan are you?
Well, I grew up watching Pudge, and he's a credit to the game, and I think everybody here is sorry to see him go. He's well liked, and he had a wealth of information. And sometimes, while I was here a little bit, I get a chance to tap that.
What's it like to step in the shoes or in the place of a legend?
Well, I don't really consider myself stepping in. I'm just I'm part of the team and just trying to do my own thing and trying to help out the ball club as much as possible.
The ball club, what kind of welcome did you receive? It's a really tight-knit organization. I mean, were they receptive to you?
Well, I think it helped. Gino was over in Pittsburgh and Jackie Brown was in Pittsburgh. And that helped the transition a little bit. And seeing these guys a bunch in spring training, I got to know a few of them and played against a couple of them. So it wasn't, completely different. But everybody's been great to me, and I've felt real welcome here.
It's a fun club, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a lot of fun, and hopefully, that's going to, transmit out to some W's for us, and see if we can get this thing rolling.
I gotta tell you, I was wondering if this was in your strategy, in your game plan. Your first 2 starts with the Sox, you came out and you allowed 2 runners to steal on you. And I thought that was strategic on your part, because at that point the opponents relaxed. They thought, hey, we can get by with a lot with Mike. And then all of a sudden, you nailed 6 consecutive runners on the spot.
Well, that's something I don't try to let anybody steal, no matter what, and especially the first 2. It was nice to get the third guy and kind of relaxed a little bit. when I first got here, I wanted to impress people, and I was pressing just a little bit, and now I'm pretty comfortable. And the pitchers, they do a heck of a job keeping the guys close, and all you want is a shot to throw the guy out, and I get the shot. Hopefully, I can do a lot for him.
When Pittsburgh released you and the Sox picked you up, they sent you right away to the minors to get in shape. Is there anything built into the contract with, you're working out and so forth? Because it's an hour after the game here, and you're working hard.
Well, not really. It's something that I had done that in Pittsburgh the last few years. I realized as you get older, you have to do a little bit extra to continue that performance out on the field, and you have to do a lot off the field. And it was something that I've been doing it, and it's a little bit different stuff that I'm doing now than I did with Pittsburgh. But Steve Rogers has got a nice little workout program for me, and just trying to stick with it.
Your rap is that you're a great defensive catcher. What could you add to that scouting report about your skills?
Well, I know I can't run. I've got no power.
Hey, I saw you kicking it around second base. We've got some great video of that.
No, it's just something I think being on a winning team for the last 3 years, that's something that I may be able to add. And I've had some experience behind the plate and dealing with some young pitchers, and hopefully I can help those young guys through some rough spots.
The other side of the coin, why did Phil Jackson choose to use Scotty as the passer? Maybe a waste of his talents. If he was going to be a decoy, as Michael Jordan was at times in his career, why not have him out on the open floor? A question that remained unanswered for a long time. Anyway, let's take you to our coverage of the game between the Bulls and the Knicks Friday, a certain must-win situation for the Bulls, and it started out okay. B.J. Armstrong got things going for the home team, and after the first quarter, they were up 8. The JoJo English-Derek Harper brawl, the key to that, as you see Pat Riley looking slightly ruffled, was the Bulls show they were unafraid. Late in the second, a key for Scottie Pippen there, 11-point lead, third quarter. Bulls go up 22 by Kukoc. But in the fourth, John Starks led the comeback, gets it to Brick Mason, who scores it, and then there was trouble, incredibly. With 1.8 seconds left, Patrick Ewing ties it.
Kukoc, once again with the game-winning shot. Scottie Pippen out of the lineup, confusing the New York Knicks defensively, and the Bulls survive a game they easily could have lost, leading 88-66 in the third. Tremendous hang on by the skin of the teeth as the Knicks rallied brilliantly to wipe out the deficit. Patrick Ewing, sensational down the stretch, but the Bulls win it.
Don't forget the Irish legend. Great food, great drink, outdoor patio, great staff. Open at 11 a.m. daily. 8933 South Archer, Willow Springs. Last time, I think I had the little corned beef bites. They were fantastic. You really got to get to the Irish legend. It's set in the forest. It's beautiful. This week's show is brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop at 108th and Kedzie. Get all your car work done there, like me. The Lansing Floral Shop is the place to go for all your floral needs. Call 708-474-1212.
Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 100.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.